What up, kids? We're talking about camouflage today. I learned camouflage with the 5 S's: shape, shine, smell, shadow, and sound. And then for the bonus round, we're going to talk about negative space. All right, so shape. The human eye focuses primarily on outlines and movement, okay? So it's trained especially well to identify the shape of a human. We have 5 V's, right? There's a V on either side of our neck, a V in our armpit, and a V in our crotch. All right? So those are the 5 spots that you're going to try to break up, right? That's what a ghillie suit does, is it breaks up that outline so you don't look like the shape of a person anymore. Also the shape of rifles, right? Very hard lines. Any hard straight line, that's going to be not natural. So that's why we paint our rifles and put scrim on them and wear ghillie suits and put shit on our helmet so it's fluffy and hangs down around our neck. Right? To break up that shape. Additionally, if we're setting up a stationary position, a firing position, a hide site, we want to utilize screens, right? We want to have some natural vegetation right in front of us that we are adjusting our optics to burn through and be focused on the stuff further down rather than those blades of grass or sticks or twigs right in front of us, as well as we want to have things behind us so we aren't super silhouetted from a particular angle, right? Stuff a little bit in front of us, stuff a little bit behind us will obscure our outline and prevent us from being spotted by those that are looking for us. Wonderful. Moving on to shine, right? Things glint in the sun, okay? Shiny stuff, eye protection, even if you're on like a super recon mission or a sniper site, front of your flashlights, optic covers. Because of consumerism and 3D printers, this has actually been beaten to death. But it is true. If you have any metallic or shiny stuff, you want to cover it up. A cheap thing you can do with lenses and optics is put tape over the front of it and then cut out just a slit in the tape. That will reduce the shine effect greatly, but on especially a bright day out in the desert, allow you plenty of light into the optic to see out of it totally fine. All right, moving on to smell. The sense of human smell is actually a lot better than you think it is. Yep. I'll put a pin in that and leave it there. So, people can smell things a lot more than you think, right? They can smell food. They can smell spices. They can smell, tobacco, cigarettes, dip, gum, smoke from a fire for a long way, for miles and miles and miles. So you will be identified and you can be tracked by the smell if you're smoking menthol, cigarettes nonstop, et cetera, et cetera. So anything that has a rather pungent, unnatural odor, probably don't take that on the hide site or the scouting patrol. Wonderful. Shadow. You are casting a shadow, and even if your outline is obscured, but your shadow is not, people can see the human shadow that is cast upon the floor. A good way to avoid this is to simply yourself exist in the shadows. If you've set up shop in the shadow of something larger than you, you yourself can now not cast a shadow because you're in something else's shadow. Also helps it be darker and harder to see. So there you go. Keep your ass in the shadows like you're playing a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell game. All right, sound. On top of keeping your fucking big mouth shut while you're out aside of the wire and such, you want no rattling, right? So anything that's rattling around, your keys on your waist, even like I like to carry, that's not going to cut it on patrol. Anything that tat-a-tat-tats or rattles, you're going to have to put some tape around it. Anything that shakes in a canister, you're going to have to put a cotton ball or some cloth or a wad of toilet paper or whatever the hell in there so it doesn't shake around anymore, right? Keep all the rattling down. Wonderful. Now we're going to talk about negative space. Art class time. I drew a house. What'd you guys draw? So, positive space is the stuff. the house, the tree, the rock with a piece of grass around it, and that little pond, right? That's the positive space, and your eye is drawn to the positive space. When you look at any landscape or anything, your eyes jit from one thing to the other. But where they don't focus is in all that blank space in between. Now, obviously, in this exact drawing, there's nothing there. So if you were a person standing where there's nothing, you would now be positive space. But imagine a scenario where there's lots of tall grass and low-level shrubs and stuff of the sort. But then there's like a big oak tree and then a big rock and then one tree that's different than all of the others, and et cetera, et cetera. Those places, those things that your eye naturally looks at rapidly when you observe the landscape, those are the positive space. Don't be there, right? If you're like hiding behind the tree, poked your head out, you're going to be seen because everybody's looking at the tree. They're going to notice your fucking stupid ass head sticking around the side of it. So you want to be in that negative space. Yes, you're going to have to hide behind some shit. So there's going to be something there, but it shouldn't be the largest, most interesting, most attractive thing in the area. Utilize negative space. Wonderful. Those are Camouflage Basics, boys and girls. Have fun playing hide and seek.